Hi and welcome to Outwell. Here we're going to give you some hints and some tips on how to pitch and pack away the Hollywood Freeway. So we'll just take it out of the bag and show you how to get started. So once you have your drive-away awning folded out and into position, what we're going to do is attach it to the vehicle. Now, there's a few different ways of attaching these to the vehicle depending on what setup you have. The first way would be to use a steel pole, which we provide with the tent, which would go through a pole sleeve, which is already on the back of the tent here. And then you could use some sucker clamps or something like that to attach them to the flat rooftop. The next way is we have some Velcro straps, so if you have any roof bars on the vehicle, you can simply wrap them around the roof bars to hold it in place. The next way would be to use the beading, which again is pre-attached already at the back of the tent here, and that could simply slide either directly onto the van, or you could use the figure of 8 conversion kits, which should be available from most motorhome accessory shops. And finally, the way that we're going to attach this to the vehicle is simply by taking the material on top of the roof and taking the guy lines, which again are pre-attached, out the back and pegging them into position to hold it in place. Once the tent is attached to the vehicle, we're just going to pull it out and lay it into position. We're going to then open up the doors and start to inflate the tent using the provided pump. So you can see here that we have the air in valve and we also have air out valves on each tube along the edge of the tent. An important point here before starting to inflate the tent is just to make sure that all the air out valves are locked into the off position. So just with this valve here, we want them to be at that. So attaching the pump is very easy. We just need to open this up here. We have the valve where we just simply attach the end of the pump hose. And what you will find is that the hose is then attached to the top here, and it's an important point just to make sure that the hose is attached to the inflate side as opposed to the deflate side. You'll also just see at the top of the pump here that there's a manometer so that you can keep an eye on the pressure of the tent when you're pumping it up. Now we recommend pumping this up between 0.6 and 0.8 bar, or roughly 8.5 to 11.5 psi. So we'll just do that now and show you how easy it is to inflate the tent. So we're now going to inflate the tent, and just a good point here is to make sure that round about halfway through pumping up the tent that somebody just pops inside and just helps it on its way. As we use our one-go inflation technology here, the whole tent will actually inflate from this one single point. So as I say, it just needs a little helping hand on its way. So once you've inflated the tent, what we're going to do is just pop inside and close off the shut-off valves, and we'll just show you that now in detail. So just at the top here we have the valves which can separate each beam so that in the unlikely event of something going wrong, the whole tent's not going to deflate. All we have to do is just take these and close them to this position here. So next we're going to take the Duratec fiberglass pole that creates the front canopy and put that into place. So now that that's done, the next step is just to peg out the tent. Now we're going to start at the back, just underneath the vehicle where the link access zone is, just so we get a good secure fastening there. Then we'll walk the tent forward and peg the front two corners as well. So now what we're going to do is just close the doors, and then we're going to take out these front guy lines here just to secure the tent as we finish off setting it up. Now we're just going to finish off pegging the rest of the tent out. Don't forget here that we've got the black pegs for all of the pegging points around the side here. We've also got the luminous pegs for all of the luminous guy lines. To ensure a good tight fit to the vehicle, you'll find at the top here that we have this adjustable strap. So you can just pull that into place like this. So the final thing that we need to do is just put the ground sheet into the link access zone between the tent and the vehicle. So now we're going to show you how to take the tent down and get it back in its bag. So you can see here that we've already removed the front canopy pole, and we've taken up all of the guy lines and removed all of the pegs. So as I say, we'll now just show you in detail how easy this tent is to take down. So firstly, what to do is inside the tent is just open these valves back to this position here. So from the closed position, we want to open them up like this. That way, when we open the valves on the outside of the tent, the entire thing will drop down in one. So each tube has its own air out valve, so if we just open this up here, you'll find the valve at the bottom here. So each one of these, all we need to do is just open it up like this. So there you go, you can see just how easy it is to take the tent down. Now what we'll do is just show you how to fold it up to get it back into its bag. An important point here is that when you're rolling the tent, make sure that you're rolling it from the closed section of the tubes towards the open valves at the other side. And that way, as you're rolling it, you should be pushing the air out of the tent. So there you have it, that's all of our hints and tips for pitching and packing away the Hollywood Freeway from our Smart Air Touring collection. Thanks very much for watching.